to WLTL RI. I'm your host, Leilani. Today is a big day here at WLTL RI because it is our 100th episode. Yay! What started out as a hobby has flourished into a real show with many loyal viewers. One of our episodes even reached over 3,000 people. Wow, that's a lot of people. And thank you all for being part of this journey. We will showcase clips from some of my favorite episodes. I must say, I have learned so much doing this. Hope you did too. We had lessons on, just to name a few, geothermal energy, weather patterns, water cycles, cloud formats, thunder and lightning. Oh yeah, I forgot. We learned about ocean waves and about what makes wind happen. We learned about rainbows and even snowflakes. My friend Thomas gave great fishing tips. We also learned about seed harvesting. One of my favorite episodes was learning why leaves change colors in the fall. We also learned how to tell time without a watch. Let's not forget Desiree's lesson on bombogenesis and Brookie's lesson on literacy. Another important topic we learned about is carbon monoxide safety. The list of lessons goes on and on and on forever. Hi, welcome to WLTL RI. I'm host Leilani.
And I'm co-host Desiree. And now it's time for
But yes, that's the story on why the leaves change color. I hope you enjoyed it.
I did.
Great.
So, you are here to tell us about houses and change.
Exactly, right. We just went from summer into fall just last month. It's kind of a neat thing because I have some graphics behind us to show us how the Earth goes around the sun.
I have a question to ask you.
Okay.
Well, a few days ago it was hot and I was wearing my shorts, but now it's cold and I'm wearing my sweater and coat and wearing long pants. What's up with that?
Well, fall is what we call the
Now
transition
Stephen
season.
Castiglione is going to do a weather forecast, not me.
All right, sweetheart, we're looking at a cloudy
I know we live in Rhode Island, but is the weather different in New York?
Well, you know, New York is more westerly than Rhode Island, and of course south. But actually, the weather that comes to New York eventually comes up to Rhode Island.
So, Mark, what is geothermal energy?
There's two kinds of geothermal energy. The first kind is from the core of the Earth, which is very, very hot. But you have to go very deep in the ground to get that. The second kind...
To introduce our guest commissioner, Harry. Welcome, Commissioner.
Well, thank you.
I was wondering, I know how you protect the city and stuff, but is it hard on your heart because you always see all this bad crime?
Yeah, sometimes it can be difficult. We see the bad things that happen in life, but there's a lot of good things happening. Yeah.
So, what is this?
This is the seed pod, and inside here are seeds, but you have to wait until it dries out completely. So what you would do is put it in an envelope or a little paper bag and save it. And then in the springtime, you can pull them out, open it, and put them in some soil, and it will grow this plant all over again.
Cool. Thank you. My mom tells me you are an accomplished musician. Can you tell me more about that?
Ever since I was small, I've been enthralled with music. One of my favorite shows was The Partridge Family. They had very catchy songs, especially to a 6-year-old's ear. That's where my fascination with music began.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Oh, watching the ships roll in, and then I watch them roll away again. Oh, I'm gonna sit on the dock of the bay, watching the tide roll away. Oh,
I hear that the North Scituate Fire Department is a volunteer fire department. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So a volunteer fire department means that the people that work here and run out of the station all donate their time to the town. We're not necessarily paid like some other career fire departments.
We've been learning a lot about the African penguin. Would you like to feel what one feels like?
Yes, please.
Go ahead, reach out. You can touch them on the lower back right here. How do you think that feels?
My mom says this is a family-owned business. What does it take to run such a big business?
Well, it takes a lot of hard work, and even when we're not working, whether we're at the dinner table or at holidays, you know, we're all still working. We're talking about work, and because we take a lot of pride in what we do, because our name is on every car, and I think it
Now
shows.
we need to introduce our guest, Topher. So, Topher, how's your life here?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, Leilani. Leilani's a really cool name, by the way. My life here is, it's a blast. Yeah, it's awesome. I get to sleep most of the day, and then at night I get to fly and do all kinds of crazy cool stuff.
September can be a tough month for fishermen. Our lakes and rivers now have low oxygen levels due to little rainfall and hot summer weather. The water temp in New England drops in the fall, and this will influence where you can fish for bass.
Now I'd like to introduce our next guest, Sharon Johnson, who is the first woman ever treasurer of Scituate.
Thank you, Leilani. I am so happy to be on WLTL.
My mom said you do a lot of mentorship programs. Can you tell us about that?
I'd be happy to, Leilani.
I hear you do a lot of community work here at Big Nazar Lab. Can you tell me more?
Yes, well, I would love to.
Now to introduce my guest, Rita, from Florida. Why is it always so warm in Florida but not here in Rhode Island?
Well, Leilani, that's because Florida is closer to the equator than Rhode Island.
Can you explain to us why is it important for adults to cast their votes on November 4th?
Yes, Leilani, I'd be glad to. I want to explain it to you in terms of leadership.
So I get it. Carbon monoxide can kill you, so that's why you need one of these in your house.
Again, my name is Jesse, and we are going to cover the lesson today on how we keep the pools clean here.
The number one birth defect in the United States right now is congenital heart defects, and they can be very simple or they can be more severe.
CERT trainers work with FEMA to learn to teach others about CERT, which is Community Emergency Response Teams. We gather volunteers that come and learn about everything from fire safety to first aid to search and rescue and all kinds of other skills that are needed in the case of a disaster.
I'm here today with Flory, our beautiful min pin pet. We are here to have a lesson on a pet paw health when walking a dog in the cold winter such as today. Jessica, I don't really understand. What is the difference between softball and t-ball?
Well, t-ball, you hit it off of a tee instead of people pitching it at you. So the higher levels, it's
now our special
easier.
guest, Alexa, from the animal shelter. Welcome, Alexa.
Thank you. It's nice to be here. You look a little upset. What's wrong?
There's just so many awesome cats here, and I want them all to have a home. And I also want to get a cat, too.
I know that they all do get homes. They're all nice cats.
Now I'd like to introduce our fashionista guest, Desiree. Welcome, Desiree.
Thanks, Leilani. It's great to be here.
Do you have any advice for us here today?
We're outside my favorite store, Justice, and
Bunny?
I love all the clothes
Some
there.
bunnies' teeth never stop growing. Wow, that's cool. Some of their owners like to give them a solid ring.
So, let's get started. As you can see here, there's 4 cups of flour and 1 cup of salt, and our guest here, Gianna, is going to pour in 1 to 1/2 cup of water.
So let's get mixing.
This feels so weird.
Thank you, Leilani and Professor Kendall, for your suggestion. Here's my definition in kid terms. Abomogenesis is a cyclogenesis taken to the extreme. The basic definition is mid-latitude cyclone that drops in surface barometric pressure by 24 millibars in a 24-hour period. Still confused? I hear ya. Well, a millibar measures atmospheric pressure. This is when a cold mass of air collides with a warm mass such as air over warm water.
That was our 100th episode, and I hope you enjoyed it, because I know I did. So that's our show for today. Toodles, Weather School and Community.
Toodles.
Toodles.
Toodles, everyone.
Toodles.